we doing this?
Are we doing what?
Is that what you tell all your girls before?
I feel like the last podcast started like this too, but you know, like we were just messing around for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where viewer retention.
That's pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that just kind of summarizes our friend group. Honestly, we just kind of mess around. Just good stuff happens.
Yeah. Video podcast.
Video podcast.
That's a first. That's a first. Nate, what are you doing?
We're still trying to work out all the kinks here, but.
You got a cake. With a red couch.
Dude, we're not.
100 likes and we'll talk about the red couch on stream.
100 likes.
Hell yeah.
Are we opening these?
Oh, sure.
250, you hear the prom story.
Wait, hold on. Fuck. That's so college.
Sponsored from our brothers down in Mankato.
Mine was crispier.
Go Mavs.
Romavs.
Women's History Month.
All right, so after are they all gonna start like this? Just us messing around?
Probably.
I hope not. All right, let's just start. Where have we been for a year, dude? We haven't uploaded in over a year.
Yeah.
Our last upload on YouTube was actually, I'm pretty sure. What's the date today? Is it the 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was today. 365 days ago was our last YouTube video, and it was the podcast.
Well, back to
Perfect timing.
our yearly upload. Here we
Yep.
See, we made that joke last time. I listened to the podcast, but I didn't just to like see what we even talked about because it was so long ago. But
yeah.
Okay, so quick update. I don't think we've really gone through like what happened. I mean, kind of, I guess, but
With what?
Life.
just haven't recorded or anything. It's
Oh,
been
yeah.
like we haven't even recorded in this whole time. Like normally we would have recorded and stuff. We just haven't.
Yeah, it's been kind of difficult. I mean, we're still all in school, so there's that. Not an excuse, but just
Yeah, it is. I haven't even been here.
yeah.
You haven't been to school either.
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
Nate's been MIA for a while. Not quite sure where he's been, but he's not been here
Living
or at
college.
school.
We're at school.
I've been at school.
Nate's been in the northwest area. Potentially.
Whatever.
Okay, we're not going to do this every time, but we're going to take a quick break and check, make sure everything's working since this is our first time doing a video podcast. Make sure the levels are good for audio and everything, and then we will be right back. So if you look up at our notes, Kyle,
Yeah.
you see that thing at the bottom?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Nate has no idea, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Can you keep the food in your mouth when you talk?
Are we talking about what we recorded?
We're talking about the TikTok
The TikTok
that we made like a week ago.
at the wrestling state tournament?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Has it been published?
no, that's the thing.
Okay.
I'm saying we upload it right now,
Okay.
and then at the end, and then we'll like predict like
Yeah.
whether it's gonna go viral or not, because this has potential.
Does have potential.
We'll decide if it goes viral or not, and then at the end of the podcast, so like within an hour, we'll see how it's doing.
All right. Are we doing it on my phone?
I don't care,
Okay.
but go for it. I got the video already cut down, but if you want, we're live here on the podcast. We're posting a TikTok, guys. For my male audience. Yep. Okay, that's what's gonna make it take off.
Audience. Yes. The male
Female audience.
No.
It is for the male audience. Nate still has no idea what we're talking about.
No fucking clue.
Are you gonna look it up and watch it live here and get your reaction, or
Sure.
are you gonna wait until the end?
It's not on Kyle's
All right,
TikTok.
what- Do we like that
yep,
guy?
There we go. Yep, there
Do
we
we
go.
like the- It is indeed up.
All right. Let's see it.
Gotta restart TikTok. Hold on.
This bit's taking way longer than I anticipated. What you looking at there?
Don't worry about it.
All right, here we go. Click on it.
0 videos. This is anticlimactic.
Did you post it on a different account?
Is it _ Kyle Bat?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's here. It's here. Pause it.
Here we go. Live reaction.
Oh, it's buffering. It's buffering. It's buffering.
I'm gonna cream.
You think that's gonna go live? Like,
The Donald Trump meme. I'm gonna nut.
you think that's gonna go viral? Did you like it?
Fuck, did I?
Alright.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Alright, first. Oh, God, bro. We gotta like.
First, like, all right. No, you can't look at your phone the rest of the podcast.
Over or under?
I'm going over and under 70.
Oh,
going
likes
Yeah.
Over or under?
or under.
I'm going
70's
under.
the line. You're going under.
I'm going
70?
under, bro.
Well, what it?
I'm saying 70 flat.
I guess someone's got to take the over. It's not gonna happen, but
Ethan's more of a top guy.
okay. Well.
No, he's a nothing guy.
Okay. Let's move on because that's.
We'll be right back. Short.
That took longer than my microphone's about to die here. That took longer than anticipated, but just Kyle, don't look at your phone. You can't look at it. It's a secret.
Oh, okay, my
Turn it
bad.
on Do Not Disturb, goddammit.
No.
Okay. What did we do last time on here? The state tournament.
State tournament.
State tournament. That's what we got to do again because it is that time of the year. Well, we don't have to, but we're choosing to.
It is that time of the month, year. So,
The time of the week.
yes. So, those that don't know, we are from Minnesota. You good over there?
We're just having side conversations on a podcast. Don't worry about it. It doesn't work very well, but.
So, as you guys know, in Minnesota, where we're from, hockey is kind of a big thing. It's one of the things we've all played it through our youth. We've all played together, actually, a couple times. But yeah, coming up next weekend. Yep. Let's say the 5th.
Yeah, is
March
it
5th.
next weekend or is
Yeah,
it
it
this
is. It's the
weekend?
8th through the
It's
11th.
next weekend.
Yep. 8th through the 11th, the Minnesota Boys State High School Hockey Tournament's happening. And today we were just going to kind of talk about our predictions and, you know, who we think's going to win, some key players that teams have, and some of the strategies they use as a team that have got them success.
Yeah, I'm going to stop you before we get there. I'm just realizing now this won't work. You guys won't believe me. But last time we did this podcast, we did these predictions too.
That is true. So we are pretty good at this.
If you, this episode should be good. We should be able to do this episode just fine. But if we look at the notes here, boys, it says old show notes because we actually typed like not an outline because it's not really a script that we go over, but just like points to talk about if it gets awkward or like we don't have anything to go on. And I was looking at that when we were planning this pod, and Nate, what's that say?
Ethan? You
Yes.
want that?
Okay. Well, so when we go back to the old document, we still have it.
There's
it says
not a fucking chance.
Ethan's perfect bracket.
There's not a fucking chance.
Yeah. My single A bracket was perfect.
Oh, who gives a shit about
It
single
doesn't
A?
matter. It's still a perfect bracket.
Hermantown won anyways. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's still a perfect bracket.
Perfect bracket may be, but
Okay, it doesn't matter.
We're
if
not
it's-
worried about We're not worried about last year.
It doesn't matter if it's single A or double A, but still. Come on.
No, doesn't count.
Okay, but then the double A bracket was like, I don't remember exactly who it was all last year, but it was like there were surprises all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. It
Yeah.
was,
Anyway, but let's get into this year's bracket,
just
starting
told
with
me to shut up.
quarterfinals.
We're going to start with single A because
Yeah.
we're leaving the heavy hitters for last. So we got Laverne versus Hermantown.
We're starting off with the. Okay.
Cordo. Yep. So Hermantown coming in at seed 2, and notorious for having a solid program. I mean,
course,
they have
of
some
course.
units up there.
They're from Canada.
So they are. They are. I mean, they play a lot of Canadian teams. And so, as we know, hockey up there is a lot different than city boy hockey. They play very disciplined hockey, very, very physical. They're
As
big
we're doing
kids.
this podcast from a cornfield, but continue.
That is true. We are the Hicks. But I think Hermantown's going to take this one. I think it's going to be a pretty good game skill-wise. I think score's not going to reflect that. I think Hermantown is going to take the win on this one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I was going to say Hermantown, too. I mean, you pretty much said everything.
You know, I want to take Laverne so bad because they're a nice little Cinderella story, but Hermantown is. Hermantown's just Hermantown, and they're going to make it to the finals.
But hey, but actually, now that you say that, remember a couple years ago, Dodge County came in, first ever state appearance, I believe, and, they had a great run. So, maybe there is that, hope for a random team to just come in and just dominate.
That was also the year that Hermantown's entire varsity team got COVID except for Zam Plant. So,
yeah. All right, what do we got for the next game for Cornholes?
Alexandria Matamidi.
Ooh, Alexandria.
It's close to home, kind of, not really.
Yeah, Alexandria, good program. They've had some dominant teams. I know at our level, as class of 23, going to state a couple times for Bandham's Pee-wees. Alexandria has always been there, so they do have some skill.
Yeah,
I'll give them that. They play physical, though. They have a big physical front.
Can I put this in here, though? Tell me a halfway decent team that's up there.
Hermantown.
Other side of the state. Yeah. Okay. Point proven. I'm taking Matamidi
I don't know.
with a landslide win.
Landslide?
Most quarterfinals are like 7-1.
That is true. I think Alex is gonna have a good run though. I don't think they're gonna make it past semis.
I'd like to see him win.
I'd like to see him have
don't think it's gonna
success.
happen.
Yes, it's a new team that to the state tournament. It's a newer program. You don't see them often.
I'm gonna slide over so we can see the other. Not you physically, the screen.
Oh.
No, no, come on. Yo.
Oh!
All right.
All right, St. Cloud Cathedral or War Road?
Okay, well, I already know what all of your answers should be. It's going to be War Road. Jason Shogby, best player in fucking Minnesota.
All right.
I'm putting it down.
Strong feelings. They're coming in at first seed.
Oh, can I also put this in? They are undefeated. They beat Wyzetta.
I did see that. I did.
Yep,
I was looking at
3-1, and they beat another solid ass double A team.
Are they gonna
so
pull the Gentry?
they're not.
19-0.
I don't know.
They might.
Man. I don't know. War Road's had a good program. Their girls won single A this year, so clearly, I've noticed that when a girls program has success, usually the boys program's right behind them.
Well,
Usually
Alexandria won both double-A tournaments last year.
Alexandria?
Alexandria.
Or not
Andover.
Andover. Yeah.
And they went to state this year and got second? Yep, they got second to Gentry. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Show 'em how that.
I think War Road. They very small population. They're always at the rink up there. That's hockey central up there. So I think War Road's gonna have that one. St. Cloud. We see him in the state tournament quite often. But I think War Road's gonna take this one.
Yeah.
All right, big matchup here. Northfield versus Orono.
Man, that's a
toss
that's
up right
gonna be
there.
a good game. Fourth seed coming in as Orono and fifth as Northfield. Again, like Nate said earlier, I'd love to see a newer team come in and put up a show for the state tournament. I don't know. I'm really push or pull on that one. I think both programs have some skill. I'd say Orono is going to be probably more skilled than Northfield. I think Northfield's going to come in with very dominant physical hockey. Very by the book kind of hockey, because usually those non-city teams are more of the bigger kids and they play dominant hockey because they can't keep up with the skill.
Yeah. They're also corn-fed, so we'll see how that ends up. But I'm taking Orono on this one.
All right, then who are we thinking's in the championship game?
It's going to be Warroad and Matamita.
Warroad Matamita?
Yeah, Warroad's winning it.
Warroad's winning it. So you think the 19-0, or what's their current record? Do you remember?
I think it's 16-0 right now.
16-0? So it would be 19-0.
Yeah.
So they could pull the Gentry from 2019?
2020, I think.
2020? How many years have they been in AA? 2?
2 years.
So
Speaking on that, on another subject,
2021.
Very controversial subject here. Me personally, from playing in NAPHL and now moving into NAHL, I think Gentry being able to play at the state high school hockey level is unfair. If you look into like Shattuck's by rules, they are not allowed to play in the state tournament. They are put into they're classified as Tier 1 hockey. So, I mean, many people have made the argument that, what's the difference between Shattuck and Gentry? There's not much. They're both a hockey-built school.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great skill out of Shattuck. I mean, their U16 prep, their U18 prep, they have major powerhouses, one of them coming in from Rosemont, William Whitelaw. He's 18 now. He's playing down for the Panthers. What team is he playing for? I can't remember.
The Phantoms?
Oh, that's the team. Yeah, there it is.
What is your problem with Panther and Phantom?
Yeah, he's going to Wisconsin to be a Badger. He committed quite early into his high school career. But yeah, he hasn't even played high school hockey. And, you got that caliber of skill going into the state tournament. I just don't think it's fair. I think there's a major skill gap. And, look at Gentry this year. If you watch the state tournament for even girls, Gentry was just way above the skill level of everyone else.
Yeah.
They just put in work.
I have an input on that. So one of my buddies, his two brothers are on Gentry. And apparently they're the only two solid lines they have are the first two forward lines, but they lost to Hill Murray, and Hill is just not that good this year compared to last year in the section finals.
Teams are gonna have bad days. And just the transition into AA. Lakeville South, absolute powerhouse of a program. Oh my gosh. And they lost one of their first games this year.
Yep. And they also lost to Eastview.
Yeah, and looking at them as a program, we'll touch base on Lakeville South in a little bit. But on the AA. All right, boys, what do we got there up in the corner?
Cretin and Maple Grove.
I don't know if you guys saw. Maple Grove played Rogers, I think it was.
Yep.
Fantastic game. That's how they got their ticket to state.
Didn't that one go to OT?
Did, I believe, yes. I know the Cretin game went to overtime.
Yep.
But I believe, STA. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Maple Grove has a Mr. Hockey finalist.
Do they?
I can't recall.
I don't know. I wanted to look into all the Mr. Hockey stuff. We didn't have time. We
right.
Get this done.
Yeah. I can't recall exactly the name, but I believe I'm 80% sure they have a Mr. Hockey finalist. So definitely some skill coming from that program. In Cretin, kind of a known team. We kind of know that they're going to be there. Cretin kind of ran through their bracket. They had some
But still finals until their championship game of sections they ran.
Yep, they do. The favorite right now is Finn Brink from Maple Grove.
Yeah. So clearly that team's got some skill coming in.
And then you got Chase Chelslock from Rogers. He's committed to St. Thomas. Cooper Conway. We've heard that name last year. He's from Andover. Tommy Cronin from St. Thomas. Jake Fisher from Cretin. So we got two Mr. Hockey
Two
finalists.
Mr. Hockey finalists in the quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I guess that's going to be a better game than I thought. Who are we thinking on that, though? I mean, I've had an opportunity to watch Maple Grove a couple times this year. I've seen some gameplay from them. They're very, very skilled team. They have a lot of individual skill, and they put it together well. And they're coming in at second seed.
I'm taking Maple Grove on this.
But, I mean, Cretan, they got some skill, too. I mean,
it's going to be a close game. Another thing to note, that seeding for the state tournament is based off of, like, strength of schedule and stuff. So it's not really an actual seed. It's just a number.
Yeah.
So that can be an illusion sometimes, too.
It can.
So I got Cretan on this.
I mean, we've had teams in the past that have come in and absolutely, cleaned house, even as an unranked team. Yeah. Coming in, playing first seed.
I got Cretan on this one.
You got Cretan? I mean, I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, I don't think there's any way.
Obviously, it's going to be a good game. So I'm taking Maple Grove because over the year, I should say, if you shut down Jake Fisher, Cretan is a very average team because that's what every single loss they've had one player who could shut down Jake Fisher, and then they were over.
I mean, he's got a lot of skill, but I mean, you get into his head, maybe that might push him off his game. It's a big stage 100%. Too. I mean,
100%
state tournament. I mean, there's a lot of people there.
Even last year, as soon as you shut down, because his brother was there last year too. As soon as you shut those two down, Alex Bump just tore it up on him. So
there'll probably be about 7,000 people there for that game. 7,000 people.
Yeah. So I mean, that's gonna be probably a bigger stage than he's ever seen before. Yeah. So we'll be interested to see that.
Are we going?
I think we're gonna try to make it to quite a few games, and we even might do like podcasts. Maybe like it might be kind of a jankier setup. I mean, it might be kind of like in the car, like in between games.
The car podcast.
I mean,
in between sessions.
We might have to. I mean, we can cover like some things we saw.
Did we film the expo? I mean, the expo has gone to crap. But,
I mean, we could.
We'll see.
Yeah, it depends on how it is.
I don't know. I mean, I know we have some pretty busy schedules with school, and I work full time, so we'll just have to figure it out.
It's finals week.
It's finals week for you?
Mm-hmm. Because we go on spring break.
That sucks.
I have spring break next week, yeah.
I have spring break this week. So.
Yeah, like this coming up week.
Yeah.
Like I think mine's like in a week or two.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. What do we got next?
What is that? Moorhead
and the Cake Eaters.
All right, I think. Yep. Hold up.
Right. All three.
1, 2, 3.
Edina.
So.
No. Not Edina.
I think everyone kind of knows this. If you're from Minnesota,
even if you're not
from Minnesota,
everyone knows Edina.
The unspoken rule is public school before private school.
Unless it's
anything
Edina.
else above Edina. I mean, Edina, the program themselves have always been an average program, I feel.
Hold up, Kyle. What do you think about Edina?
Average.
They're small.
I do not like Edina.
No, they kind of suck. Why are we using my microphone? I'm like talking in the back. You can't even hear me. Oh, no!
Oh, let's put it back on.
Let's say scrap it.
I keep going.
Let's say scrap it.
I got this. Keep going.
All right. Talking. You want me to grab some more wood?
No, we're good.
I'm putting my input in right here. Edina beat Wayzata. Wayzata was a favorite for the state tournament, other than like Minnetonka, but they were in their section. So I'm just gonna say Edina's gonna win because Moorhead is Moorhead, and they're fucking potatoes. So
I'm gonna go mute this microphone. I'll be back. Oh Jesus, I'm kicking over my cans now.
All right. Why do you like Edina, Ethan?
I
Moorhead.
said I didn't like Edina.
Moorhead. Why do you like Moorhead?
Because they're not Edina.
Okay, well.
I don't know. Moorhead's always had some skill. I mean, they're just like War Road. They're a small community, builds great hockey players. Moorhead's, they're going to be up by North Dakota, so they're going to be playing some physical hockey. Those are going to be some big boys playing physical hockey.
Some corn-fed motherfuckers.
I mean, I don't know. I think, me personally, I think Edina is a very washed program. I think they have a reputation of being a great hockey program and just absolute powerhouses, but I think Moorhead's got them. I really do.
Yeah. I call bullshit, but whatever. Next game. Hill Murray versus Minnetonka.
Okay, this one is my favorite right here. Minnetonka. Absolute powerhouse this year. I'm pretty sure they're undefeated.
No.
Chan
beat them.
I don't think they did.
Chan beat them earlier in the year.
I do not think
No,
that is
fine. We'll look up their schedule right now.
I mean, yeah. But either or, Minnetonka has a lot of skill. This year, they have really thrived as a program.
I'm looking for something to go put this microphone on, not the table.
I don't know. I think... I don't know if y'all can hear that, but we got some gooses, having some...
2 losses.
2 losses, really? Wow.
26-2.
Me
Let's
and-
see who their losses are. Chan and Wayzata.
All right, I guess I was wrong. But, I mean, that is 2 losses on 26 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's some good numbers there.
I say they're the favorite to win since they lost to Chan, or since they beat Chan in the section.
They did. They did lose to them earlier in the season, but they did come around for a great game, for a good win for their ticket in the state. That is correct.
All right. How's Hill doing this year? I know they've been kind of average, but they're coming into the state tournament pretty much 500, 14-13.
Yeah? I mean, Hill's always had a good program. I mean, I don't know. I think they're an average team that's in the state tournament. They show up quite often. We did have a camera die.
So I'm not gonna lie.
You can't catch a break. Keep going.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of these losses are not good, or at least one of them isn't.
Bro, those geese out
There's no
there.
way they can't hear that. Like, hopefully they can, because that means the compressor's working. But.
So they tied Stillwater, which, okay, they're a decent team.
Stillwater's had a lot of success this year. They've been a very good program.
They beat Two Rivers 1-0,
I haven't seen them play, but
and they lost to Champlin Park 3-2. Tell me when you've ever heard those names for hockey.
Two Rivers.
Hold on. Let's look at the record of Champlin Park. Oh shit, 17-10. Never mind.
Wow. I don't know. Champlin Park, they've I don't know. They've been doing better. They've been really building their program up. I don't think they're a state tournament team yet, but they've been building their program up. I have seen some success from them, but just not quite enough yet.
No, and I think that Minnetonka is going to be the favorite throughout this tournament. Ethan, what's your outlook on this lovely series? Never mind.
We got issues with this camera over here too now.
Oh, that one. That okay. That camera just hit the 30-minute time recording. That one's too smart and says your cheap Chinese batteries are counterfeit and it won't turn back on. So we've lost that camera.
Nice.
Oh, God.
We got batteries overheating. We have cameras not working. We got a control arm here that is on the table for the mic.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll get... This podcast is going as planned, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. We haven't uploaded in a year. We're trying.
This is a jank-ass setup. Good God.
Just slam it in there.
Okay, and now...
Just put it in the hole. Come
since
on.
you're closer, do you want to get up and unmute my mic now?
Yeah, I can.
Please.
Camera just got my bricked up. Alright.
Now I'm like not at the table. This is weird. Just the channel 2.
What do I do with that?
The big ass mute button.
Where? Oh.
There you go.
All right.
Good.
All right, what are you?
Hill and Tonka.
That's gonna be a good game. That's back. It's fixed. Just leave it. I think it's recording. Yeah. That one's just not going to work. We just lost it for the rest of the time. Like the screen's not even turning on.
Camera battery may have died.
No, I put your battery in, and it said, hey, this battery might be counterfeit. Does it display the Canon logo? I said, yes. It said, oh, it may be counterfeit. I said, okay, and now it just won't turn on.
All right.
Well,
On that note, it works on my camera, not yours, I guess.
So, lost the camera today. My microphone arm's breaking and falling off of stuff. What else are we I'm going to break and lose today?
I have a strong feeling I'm going to bring out the lacrosse stick and just take out everything.
Real quick. Kyle, you can't look at your phone.
God damn it. No.
We have 2 views.
What?
Hell yeah, 2 views.
We have 2 views, boys.
So that's going to be a really close game. I don't know. I can't pick on that one.
You have to pick. It's a bracket.
I have to pick?
It's a bracket.
For which one?
Tonka and Hill. If you can't pick, take the higher seed.
Tonka, yeah.
I don't know. I think Tonka's going to take
All right.
On to my personal
South.
favorite team, Lakeville South.
Oh, do I have a story for you guys. Lakeville South and Andover. Okay. So, we're just going to talk about who's going to win, and then I'll tell my little story.
I got a lot to say for Lakeville South because I do know a lot of their team personally. I know Lakeville South, I mean, y'all are going to hate to hear this, but Lakeville South was built to win the state tournament. Their team is built for this tournament.
Yeah.
A good percentage of their team is not actually from the Lakeville South Hockey Association.
Farmington.
You got Farmington,
Apple Valley.
I mean, all over there.
North.
There's North. I mean, yeah, there's some kids from South that, grew up in Lakeville South area but never played for the association. They all played higher level, AAA, invite only, Tier 1, name it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's just start right off the bat for Lakeville South. Their goaltending. I mean,
Off and on.
I mean,
Don't go against me because I have the stats to prove it.
I mean, looking at their goaltender, I mean, their starting goaltender, senior from Apple Valley, Jack Hochsprung, D1 commit. I mean, yeah, he has off and on games, but I mean, so does everyone. I think he's an absolute powerhouse. I actually got to watch him the other night for Lakeville South's ticket. They played Lakeville North, and
That was such an alligator.
he was a absolute unit back there. Mid 30s on shots, 1 goal off a deflection. I mean, those are hard to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big boy too, coming in at like 6'3". I mean, he's a big boy back in that net. Then, I mean, look at their defense. I mean, they got solid defense coming in with, Tyler Lafferty, his older brother, plays in the Knoll, and, fantastic kid off the ice, but just a beast out there. You got Jack Novak, or not Jack, sorry, that's his older brother. John.
No, John is.
John's the younger one.
Oh.
Big kid. Very, very aggressive, but smart. Very smart player back there. Then, their forward lineup. In their first line, you got Ashton Doms and Aiden Willis. Big boys. I mean, you don't mess with those boys. I mean, I watched in the Lakeville North game, very physical. I mean, if they're swinging at if they're poke checking the goalie at end of the whistle, both of their hands are in that kid's face.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna be very, very big, very aggressive, but they also have skill. I mean, both of those names, both were on that score sheet against Lakeville North.
And then looking at the other side of it, defending champions Andover.
Yeah, I mean, of course I have some favoritism for them because,
He's the GOAT.
I love Lakeville South. I love the boys. I have personal relationships with, them and their families. But on the other side, like Ethan said, Andover,
Won it last year.
They won it last year. They're a good program. They kind of surprised us. They kind of surprised Minnesota last year, coming in just dominating. You know, Andover won for boys and girls.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy to see. I mean, you guys were there personally.
That hasn't happened since Edina in like the 90s. So.
Well,
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think they got some potential for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take who is it? Andover, and then tell your picks, and then I'll tell you.
I don't know.
Nice little
I
story.
would really like to see Lakeville South win over Andover and Minnetonka to win against Hill, to see Lakeville South versus Minnetonka. I think that'd be a fantastic game.
Yep.
I think they both have a lot of skill, very fast hockey, and it will really come down to skill and who shows up.
Yep.
You know, but this year for AA,
Unreal.
hard bracket. I mean, there's some really, really good teams in this year.
Ethan, did you already do your hot take?
I don't know. It's gonna be another good game. I really don't know who to pick on this one. You have a story about Lakeville. Just go with that.
Okay, so one of my friends at Mankato.
Can I interrupt here, fellas?
It's time to be real.
We have 2 minutes to be real. I just gotta put that out there.
That notification was 20 minutes ago. God damn it!
I know we missed our chance here, boys, but.
What do you mean 2 minutes, 20 minutes ago?
God, my Fortnite gliders right now are absolutely flying.
Wait, so are we late or no?
We're 20 minutes late, bud.
I don't have be real.
All right,
so.
we coming from this side.
Jeez, it don't work. There we go. All right.
All right. Sorry. Continuing with my story. So one of my friends at college, her brother is a member on that team. And, well, a player. And during one of their practices, someone decided to get a little prima donna and step on one of their teammates' hands and broke it, and he got 15 stitches across his hand.
For what team?
Lakeville South.
Lakeville South. I mean, we saw that the other night. I mean, Tate took a skate to the hand in the Lakeville North and South game, cut him wide open. So hopefully we'll see him back in the state tournament healthy. I mean, hopefully that doesn't. I mean, because he's a powerhouse up front.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's a smaller kid, but he puts in work on that score sheet. He
Good
really
fucking
does.
God, is he fast.
He is fast. Yeah, he is fast. He's small, slippery, and fast. Something Ethan could never do in the bedroom.
Okay. let's keep the podcast moving, boys.
All right, we're going semifinals on the left side of the bracket.
No,
So
you can't do semifinals. Nick, 'cause
yes,
if
we
they
can.
Lose, then they lose. No, it's who do you have going to the finals?
okay, whatever. So I'm taking
Who's going to that championship game? Who has a chance of becoming the
going
next
to-
state champion?
I'm going Grove.
You're going Grove. Didn't
to
you
win
pick
it all?
Creighton?
I think they're gonna.
Didn't you pick Creighton in that game?
Who are they going to?
Oh wait, no, you picked Grove. Never mind.
Who are they going to play?
I think it's gonna be Moorhead and Maple.
That's impossible.
That's a semifinal.
We're talking about championship.
I know. I'm saying it's gonna
Oh,
be
okay.
Maple and Moorhead, and then Maple takes it to the chip.
Okay, who are they going to be playing?
I think personally, God, I don't know. I'm kind of a.
That right side
kind
of the
of a-
bracket is really hard.
I know. I'm kind of taking a three-way split. I think it's gonna be. I think everyone has a good chance against Hill. I think Hill is just not gonna be there this year.
No.
I really don't. I mean, it sucks. I mean, but look at the teams that are playing. I mean, Minnetonka coming in at first seed, Andover coming in at fourth, and Lakeville coming in at fifth. I mean, yeah, they're fourth and fifth seed, but easily could be a top 3 team in the state.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, I feel like if Andover can beat Lakeville South, they have a good chance of beating Minnetonka. if Minnetonka wins?
I don't know. Minnetonka's going to have to show up because, yeah, they got skill, but, I mean...
If you're not
so
there,
does
you're not playing.
3 other teams. So
I don't know who's winning this.
I think
You
this
can't
is
even
going to
pick
be
the
real
Andover
interesting.
and South game. Pick the Andover and South game, and then we can...
Did I not
No.
just say if Andover beats them, if they can win South, they'll go like to the championship, I feel like. I don't know.
All right, well,
All right,
so I'm taking Edina and Minnetonka for the championship.
Edina Minnetonka, that'd be a good game.
That'll be an outstanding late conference game.
Let's just say, for the sake of Minnesota, let's hope Edina doesn't make it past quarters.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I already have my "Where's Edina" signs ready for that championship game.
Yeah.
What are you looking up?
Hold up. I'm looking up something. Because we told them last year they could watch these games with us, but they changed the website.
Oh, I didn't. It's
Yeah,
always been
it's-
on Prep 45.
No, it's no longer Prep 45. It's on KSTP now. So you can look up Prep 45, but it's KSTP.com / 45 TV / Prep 45.
Yeah,
And then you can watch all the games on there for free
correct.
and follow along with us.
Correct. But I will be there all weekend except for the AA championship because that game has been sold out for like 5 years. So,
Yeah. I do. Here, let me. This might take a second, but I want to look up something and show you guys some of the analytics from our last podcast because it was kind of interesting. Just give me a second. You guys talk about something.
To continue off of who I think is going to win, I have a high praise for that Minnetonka team. I love Minnetonka. It doesn't matter who's there, their hockey team, really anyone. I just love the town of Minnetonka.
Yeah.
And especially Excelsior. That's a really nice town to stay over by the lake, the yacht club.
I think they got a good grocery store over there.
Yeah, they
Dog groomer.
The dog groomer is
there.
insane. It smells so good in there. It is unreal.
How would you know this?
Yeah,
exactly?
I mean, do you have a source over
Do you
there
go
for
up
this
there or
kind of
something?
information? Or?
You know, back in the day, I had a friend over there, and I'd go see it over there too. So,
See it?
well, I don't know.
I didn't know you were into that.
What do you mean by it?
Yeah,
Are
what-
you talking like the clown or the said person?
Oh, the said person.
Wow.
I'm not saying what gender it is or what kind of.
Do you know what gender it is?
I do know what gender it is.
You do. You're just choosing not to share it.
Like,
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. Anyway,
It is
and,
a
like-
current friend.
and to
still
like
today.
follow up on like this podcast as a whole, I think we all agreed that we're gonna do a post-state tournament podcast, talk about the results and what we saw in the state tournament and what worked and what didn't
What are
work.
you looking for?
So, I mean, make sure you guys stay.
Yeah.
Under.
That's good.
Make sure you guys are, staying active with our podcasts and, checking on those notifications and because we're going to have a follow-up podcast, if not more, maybe more than one. We don't know yet.
Well, definitely, I don't know. We'll definitely hit on it. It might not be a podcast specifically for it like this one was.
Right. Of course. I mean,
And we do have some great ideas for the podcast. We got to think about it and figure out how it's all going to really work. But we have some great ideas
yeah,
for
we
it,
have some really cool ideas coming up this summer. I know
for the pod.
we're
Do we
going
want
to
to tell them or?
We can hint at one of them. We're gonna have a little story time with me and my experiences as my
Not what I was thinking about, but okay.
3
Yeah,
months.
I mean,
my
that
That's
flew
another
over
option.
my head.
Okay.
my 3 or 4 month tenure at the Mankato State University, Harvard of the Midwest, as some people would say.
Do we want to talk about this at the maybe other place Kyle and I were thinking about?
Yeah.
I feel like
think
that'd be a great
That,
idea.
that could be a good podcast. And
Yeah,
that'd
and
we-
like the other thing we were going to talk about is this podcast and us in general. If you know us personally, you know that we're kind of all over the place. We have a lot of different interests, and there's a lot of different components to us. So we're gonna try to keep this podcast more about not behind the scenes, but more of just
whatever.
just kind of a not day to day, but just kind of like our lives and like just taking you guys along with us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like this week and next week, we're talking a lot about hockey. I mean, and that clearly has a big impact in all of our lives. We've all played it. Some of us ref it. Some of us are still playing. So, but yeah, I think we're going to try to connect with some of our audience and go over some of the things that we've learned from being high schoolers, transitioning into college, and for those that are in college right now, like one of our members at the end of the table. So, yeah, stick with us and make sure you guys check that out. And I encourage, even if you're not in college or not planning on going to college, listen, because a lot of it's college related, school related.
Buy our merch.
I mean, a lot of it's like school related, but it's also life advice and some of the things that have worked for us. So I highly recommend you guys stop by and check that out.
Okay, now that Kyle's done being all emotional, take a look at the screen over here. It's probably easier to look at right here. But these are our analytics from our first podcast and only podcast we posted 1 year ago today.
To the date, 365 days ago.
I'm actually surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we got some spread out numbers there.
We're international, boys.
We are international.
Episode 1 and we're international. Let's go.
Okay.
So,
Why are there so many people from Greece?
I don't know. Well, you mean so many people, but like...
That's 2 people, but...
Yeah, still. Also, I'm kind of like the analytics of just like not even locations. Like we have like 6 different countries on here?
Yeah.
6 different countries. And then we can go to see where they were listened to, and it's all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, we got some people tuning in from Spotify, people from Apple Music, and we have people just on a web browser.
The one I'm most surprised by is Amazon Alexa.
That one's different. But
because then someone like would have known about it, then like told Alexa to. Oh, sorry for just setting off all your smart speakers.
Yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, I mean, and to touch on that, I mean, our podcast is available on, multiple different platforms. So
yeah, I was actually just gonna hit on that. I might have already hit on it earlier today too, but we are on Standalone Podcast is now on all services, Spotify, Apple Podcast, or if you have somewhere else that you listen to, you can use our I don't remember what it's called. There's like an RSS feed like code or something, then you can put that into whatever you listen to your podcasts on, or you can just go on the web anchor.fm/standalone podcast and listen to them all there.
Yeah, and make sure to not only check us out on our personal socials, but also on YouTube.
Check out the Standalone channel.
Hard. We're going to try to hit that hard this summer. I mean, we've said that before, but I think now that we have a little bit more...
We'll have more free time.
I think we have a little bit more time with that, and then not only that, but we kind of got a taste of it, and now we're kind of hooked. I mean, we're trying to expand. I mean, hence, here we are with our podcast.
Video podcast. I think it's going pretty well so far.
I think we've had some hiccups.
I just got to them all right now.
We'll be back after this short intermission.
Yeah. Here, listen to these sponsor reads real quick. Oh, wait, we don't have any of those yet.
International, though.
International is pretty cool. Episode 1 in international.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And, yeah, I mean, we're trying to push our boundaries and push our limits and push ourselves to, get these video ideas and podcast ideas and just trying to get it out there.
Yeah. We do have plans for a special guest podcast already. Not going to say who it is yet because you guys honestly don't even know who it is.
I don't, that's for sure.
Yeah, Nate's kind of out of the loop here.
Yeah, Nate's been a little busy.
I've been lost in the sauce lately.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we've pretty much hit everything we were gonna hit at today, boys.
Yeah, but make sure you guys are staying updated with our socials. not only standalone but our personal. We do post information on that about when we're going live, new videos, and on that note, we're not necessarily doing this for ourselves. We're doing it for you guys. So what do you guys want to see? You know, if there's ideas you want us to talk about on the podcast, video ideas, you know, that's your guys' choice. Like I want to,
leave a comment.
Yeah,
anywhere.
leave a comment, DM us, you know, whatever. I mean, let us know what you guys want to see, because you know we're flexible. We're open to anything, really.
Oh, another quick note about this podcast analytics page. This is only through streaming services. This does not include YouTube.
That is correct. Yes. Yeah. Speaking on YouTube, do we want to talk about one of our summer video ideas? One that we're still kind of in the working with.
Which one?
With our.
Go for it. Wait, I can believe it.
All right. So we're still
which idea though? We don't have to waste time. Like which
golf idea.
Oh.
Oh yeah. No. Let's keep that one secret.
Let's keep that one secret.
Let's keep that one secret.
All right. Well, guys, we'll give you a little hint. Golf with a special guest. That's where we're gonna go with that.
That might even be too far.
Special guest.
No, but like, cause like I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure this out in editing.
Yeah. Guys, got anything else to add?
I don't. Oh. I think that's it. It laptop said it's done. I think that's a wrap.
Stay safe, folks.
Thank you guys for tuning in and check in another 365 days and find another podcast.
Maybe a video between there.
Yeah, maybe. Whoa.
Oh, that too far.
Maybe a TikTok.
Speaking of the TikTok, we can't.
Oh yeah, TikTok.
We can't forget about the TikTok.
All right, come on, guys. Let's take a look
Speaking
here.
of the TikTok.
Drum roll.
All right, let's see.
Oh wait, that's Be Real. All right.
Wow, we're just destroying Kyle's microphone. Here, do your lap.
Guys, are you ready? 4 views.
Fuck yeah.
There's no way. I feel like that should have gone way. We'll pop it up right here again. I feel like that would have gone way better, but you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
4 views, boys.
All right, thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, we are on all podcast platforms. Go ahead, check us out there. Anchor.fm/standalone podcast.
Yep.
And YouTube.
All right.
Stay safe, y'all.
Sitting here with us and dealing with our idiotic selves.
Stay safe, y'all. Don't drunk drive.
Drunk drive.
Don't drunk drive.
Or drink and drive.
All right, peace.
All right, bye, boys.
That's all I wanted to say.
God, that thing was that was rough.